welcome to the online learning channel. My name is Mahendri Bacharam and I would be teaching you English, specifically focusing on the summary writing. I hope this will be of great help to you. So what we're going to focus on today is how to go about doing the summary. We're going to look at the focus and the objectives of summary writing, how to summarize. Part 1. Summary skills, your aims, objectives, and techniques of summary writing, how to improve your summary. Part 2, we're going to look at your quoting, your paraphrasing, and your summarizing. If you look at it, I divided this PowerPoint into 2 parts. What is a summary? A summary is a shortened passage which retains the essential information of the original. It is a fairly brief restatement in your own words of the contents of the passage. Note, you simply report back what the writer has said without making value judgment. Summary writing, being able to competently summarize a passage in English, or writing your notes in history, life science, or graphs in business studies, is a necessary life skill. Summaries can take different forms. Example, in a form of a mind map, flow chart, point form, or in paragraphs. Now we have few steps to consider when you are writing a summary. Read the passage carefully to grasp the meaning of the text. Underline the topic sentences in other main ideas and other main ideas. The topic sentence often appears at the beginning of the paragraph. Main ideas should be factual. Do not include examples or explanations. Rewrite the main points in one paragraph, which is your rough draft. Use your own words as far as possible. Rewrite the paragraph. Make sure there are no language errors and that the correct number of words have been used. Write the number of words you have used at the end of your summary. Few things to be reminded of when you're writing a summary. Do not give your own opinion. Give a condensed form of the original. It is essential to preserve the tone and register of the original while trying to use your own words as far as possible. Remember to eliminate the following, which is you're going to take out the following: repetition and necessary details, your figures of speech, quotations, adjectives and adverbs, examples and illustrations, colloquialisms and slang, direct speech by using reported speech. Why is summary important? It's a useful skill for the exams or tests that you are writing, and it is important for grasping main points regardless of the topic or subject. Now, tips to improve summary writing. When writing a summary, as I mentioned before, use your own words that will put main ideas into your own understanding. Be concise. Avoid fillers and details that are not important main ideas. Make the summary clear and understandable to someone who has not read the original article. Your summary should stand on its own. And add no new data and none of your own ideas. There are a few basic questions that you need to consider when you are writing your summary. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. All right, what is a summary? A summary is uses sentences which are rewritten in your own words. A summary shows an understanding of the meaning of the article using your own words. A summary uses key words from the text showing understanding of the subject, and a summary uses a sentence to explain each subsection, which is your paragraph, and only the important ideas. What not to consider when you are writing a summary? A summary is not sentences or paragraphs which are copied word for word from the text. A summary is not copied sentences from the article with no further writing to show your understanding. A summary is not a dictionary entry of the new words in the text. And a summary is not and should not be as long as the original article. What makes a good summary? There are four basic rules for writing a summary of nonfiction. Include the important ideas from the text. Put ideas in your own words. Leave out little details and repeated information. And use the text structure of the text. Now we're going to part 2, which is your paraphrasing, quoting, and summarizing. I have explained the 3 different aspects to you. Further, paraphrasing, use your own words, create passages about same length as original, include the in-text citation. Quoting, use exact wording from the text, use quotation marks, and include the in-text citation. Summarizing, use your own words, create passages shorter than original, and include the in-text citation. Now, summarizing and paraphrasing, what are the differences among quoting, paraphrasing, and summarizing? Now, these 3 ways of incorporating other writers' work into your own writing differ according to the closeness of your writing and the source writing. Quotations must be identical to the original, using a narrow segment of the source. They must match the source document word for word and must be attributed to the original author. Paraphrasing involves putting a passage from source material into your own words. A paraphrase must also be attributed from the original source. Paraphrased material is usually shorter than the original passage, taking a somewhat broader segment of the source and condensing it slightly. Summarizing involves putting the main idea or ideas into your own words, including only the main point or main points. Once again, it is necessary to attribute summarized ideas to the original source. Summaries are significantly shorter than the original and take a broad overview of the source material. Why use quotation, paraphrases, and summaries? Now, quotations, paraphrases, and summaries serve many purposes. You might use them to do the following: provide support for claims or add credibility to your writing, refer to work that leads up to the work you are now doing, give examples of several points of view on a subject, call attention to a position that you wish to agree or disagree with, highlight a particularly striking phrase, sentence, or passage by quoting the original. Distance yourself from the original by quoting it in order to cue readers that the words are not your own, and expand the breadth or depth of your writing. How to use quotations, paraphrase, and summaries? There are a few steps that you need to consider. Read the entire text, noting the key points and main ideas. Summarize in your own words what the single main idea in the essay or text is. Paraphrase important supporting points that comes up in your essay or your text. Consider any words, phrases, or brief passages that you believe should be quoted directly from your text or your essay. This is just a table that's an overview of your quotes, paraphrases, and summaries that you need to go through. What is it? What is a quote? It's an exact word for word statement from a source. When do you use it? An exceptional insight or definition that can't be changed. How do I do it? Put in a quotation or write down the source exactly as it's written. Paraphrase, what is it? Rewriting a source in your own words, 2 to 4 sentences. When do you use it? Most often because it keeps your paper from sounding like a mishmash of voices. How do I do it? Read the source and put into your own words. Don't change the meaning of your words. or of your, don't change the meaning of your text. The summary, what is it? Getting the big idea from the source in 2 sentences, 15 words or less. When do you use it? For an overview of information or in general support of an assertion. And how do I do it? Sum up the main idea in 1 sentence. Think key points, just the key ideas. All right, the last column, what does it look like in text? I've just extracted text from the panel essay, and you can go through each one, a quote, how do you use quotation marks, how do you paraphrase, and how you summarize. All right, now the easy way of remembering how to summarize it or paraphrase it. If you look at the spelling of the word summarize, I've taken just the first 3 letters of the word summarize, the S-U-M, the S meaning shorter than the text, the U, use your own words, and the M, main ideas only. The word paraphrase it, I've taken the first 4 letters of the word paraphrase, the P, put the text into your own words, A, avoid copying the text, R, rearrange similar text, and A, ask yourself if you included all the important points. Very, very important. All right, a good summary. What is a good summary? A good summary should be comprehensive, concise, coherent, and independent. Now, comprehensive, you need to isolate all the important points in the original passage, list the points, and then review them. For your summary, include all the points that are essential to the author's thesis. Concise, eliminate repetition, even if the author restates the same points. Remember, a summary should be considerably shorter than the author's original writing, keeping in mind the number of words. Coherent, a good summary is a piece of writing on its own right. While it should be developed from your list of notes, it should not sound like a list of sentences that are strung together in paragraph or essay form. Independent, do not imitate the author. Do not simply quote the author. Use your own words to express your understanding of what you have read. After all, your summary is based on your interpretation of the writer's point of view. Do not introduce your own comments or criticism into the summary. These should be saved for your analysis. I thank you very much for listening to me. I hope this is of great help to you, and I would see you later. Thank you so much.